What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the stimulus package update, daily news, pretty much everything going on here in our country and in Washington, D.C., money, investing, the stock market, everything you need to know about here on a daily basis. Remember that new videos come out here on our channel every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a lot going on here with this next stimulus package and in our entire country. We got a lot to talk about here. They're trying to vote on the stimulus package here today. We're going to talk about that and what they've been adding into the stimulus package. Also, President Biden with the vaccine mandates and new approvals for vaccine drugs. So yeah, we're going to talk about, we got a lot of different things to talk about here in this video. Whew, things are happening really, really fast. Okay, a lot to talk about. President Biden has published the vaccine mandate for businesses and has set a deadline for January 4th. Okay, the Biden administration published its vaccine mandate for businesses today, setting a January 4th deadline in line with the date set for healthcare workers and employees of federal contractors. The administration said it was on strong legal grounds with the rule, which an official noted is not technically a vaccine mandate, as businesses can also choose to make regular testing and mask wearing an option. The mandate, which they just said is not technically a vaccine mandate, which applies to businesses with at least 100 employees, is expected to cover 84 million people, was developed by the OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Senior administration officials said that OSHA emergency temporary standard to enact the mandate is well within OSHA's authority under the law and consistent with OSHA's requirement to protect workers from health and safety, including infectious disease. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, a Republican, who ordered that no business in Texas can impose a vaccine mandate on employees or customers, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who sought to ban vaccine mandates in his state, have vowed to fight the vaccine mandates in court. President Biden said in a statement, as we have seen with businesses large and small across all sectors of our economy, the overwhelming majority of Americans choose to get vaccinated, the president said in a statement. There have been no mass firings and worker shortages because of vaccination requirements. Despite what some predicted and falsely assert, vaccination requirements have broad public support. Also in the UK, the United Kingdom regulator is the first to approve Merck's COVID-19 pill to treat the virus. Britain's regulator became the first in the world to approve Merck and Company's COVID antiviral pill, describing the treatment as safe and effective following a swift review. The drug molnupiravir, say that 10 times fast, was authorized for use for people with mild to moderate COVID and at least one risk factor for developing severe illness. The UK Medicine and Health Products Regulatory Agency said Thursday. Merck's shares in their stock, Merck stock, rose 2% in pre-market U.S. trading. The U.S. House of Representatives plan to vote as early as today on the stimulus package. As you can see here, House Democrats aim to vote as early as today, Thursday, on the social spending package. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and House Democrats are aiming to vote on their social spending package later today, and with a Friday vote on the Senate-passed bipartisan infrastructure bill, that's the physical infrastructure package, as they race to break an impasse on President Biden's stalled domestic agenda. It's not clear yet if the Democratic leaders will be able to round up the votes in their caucus since some centrists want more time to review the legislative text and wait for a cost analysis from the Congressional Budget Office, including Joe Manchin. But remember, he's from the Senate, not from the House. But Democrats emerged from a closed-door whip meeting in the Capitol saying the divisions have prevented an agreement were falling away. And lawmakers were uncircling the firing squad, in the words of Representative Juan Vargas, a Democrat from California. Hopefully, we'll see if we have the votes for the Build Back Better tonight and the bipartisan infrastructure bill tomorrow morning, Pelosi said during a closed-door meeting with her vote-counting operations, according to a source familiar with her remarks. The votes would come just 2 days after Democrats lost the race for governor in Virginia, where the party hadn't come up short in a statewide race since 2009. Democratic New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy also only narrowly hung on to his seat in a race that wasn't expected to be as competitive. Here is House Speaker Nancy Pelosi speaking today.
Okay, so Build Back Better, that's why you're here, right? We, as I said, just completing a meeting of the House Democrats. Again, I wish everyone could see the pride we take in the work that has been done by the members, by the chairman, by the staff. Relentless. And not only our own staffs and committee staff, but the Congressional Budget Office, the Ledge Council Office, and the rest. This morning we have a report from Joint Tax, which is very documenting how the bill and validating how the legislation is paid for. It came out about 10 o'clock. I referred it to you for your review. It's a very solid, because people say, well, it's really paid. There are people who say it isn't paid for. Yeah, there are people who say a lot of things. But this document of Joint Tax is objective. That's not Democratic, it's not Republican, it's objective view that it is solidly paid for. And that doesn't even take into account the money that we'll get from what we're very proud of as an agreement on prescription drugs, which generates resources, as well as enforcement, which is $400 billion in enforcement. So here we are with all of this. The prescription drug bill is something that is news from last week. It enables us to do something we've been trying to do for a very long time, have the Secretary of HHS negotiate for lower drug prices, halts pharma's outrageous price hikes above inflation, and expands ACA to make coverage more affordable for those who buy insurance on their own. So it's not just about Medicare prices, it's about the private sector, commercial sector as well.
I'm probably going to have to put a list together of all the things that are going to be in this bill because, as you heard, you're just talking about the cost of private insurance, Medicare, Medicaid in this bill. Literally, there's just going to be, the bill's probably going to be over 1,000 pages. Literally, just in the last 48 hours, they added in lowering the cost of prescription drugs, which is going to benefit tens of millions of people. It's going to literally save them money, lower the cost of them. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said the cost of insulin alone, just that one prescription, is going to go from $600 to $35. The cost of, numerous things like inhalers, blood pressure medicine, anything that's not a brand new prescription or something that has come out very, very recently is probably going to get lowered. So, and paid family and medical leave was just added. Here's a news clip with that, as well as Joe Manchin's reaction of when this was added. He didn't even know this was added. Now, remember, they're going to need his vote in the Senate. Remember, the House can vote on this as early as today or tomorrow, whenever they vote on this. But they're still going to need Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema's vote from the Senate. Remember, the House and the Senate vote separately. They're still going to need Joe Manchin's vote on this. And here's Joe Manchin's response, as well as the paid family medical leave, which is a lot of groups were advocating for. Check this out.
House Democrats have just made a big move. Speaker Nancy Pelosi announcing today they're making a change, putting 4 weeks of paid family and medical leave back into their massive social spending package. That's despite resistance from the moderate Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia, a Democrat who could single-handedly kill the bill in the Senate. Here's how Senator Manchin reacted when NBC's Ali Vitale broke the news to him earlier today.
House Democrats have just put paid leave 4 weeks back into their bill. Is that something you support?
I never heard. This is the first I'm hearing it.
Yeah, Pelosi just announced.
Just now.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Well, hearing that, what do you think?
Well, that's a challenge. Very much of a challenge, and they know how I feel about that.
That's a challenge. Of course, Democrats can't afford to lose a single vote in the Senate, and he knows it. And if they want to pass their social spending package without any Republican support, well, they got to have him. CNBC senior congressional correspondent Ilan Moyes with us now. Paid leave is mighty popular, but not with him.
Well, that's right, Sheb. Democrats are now under enormous pressure from grassroots activists to put paid leave back in this package. There have been rallies all week long in New York, near the home of Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, and here in Washington, in the cold and the drizzling rain. I spoke to one of the women who traveled here to make the case. Her name is Joanna Vance, and she has 3 kids, so family leave is important. But medical leave is also a critical part of this new proposal. She said that would have been a lifeline for her family when her husband was struggling with drug addiction and had to quit his job in the coal mines to get help.
I was much more worried about losing my kids or like losing my husband to fatal overdose than I was the financial aspect, until the financial aspect actually hit us. And then I was like, well.
Now, I don't know if you can see it, but she is wearing a West Virginia sweatshirt there. Vance has been trying to get the attention of her state senator, Joe Manchin. She's talked to him before when he was back home, but here in D.C., she could only get through to his staff. Now, today, Manchin told reporters that he doesn't want to add to the national debt or push paid leave through with only Democratic support, but that he's in favor of the idea. Well, Vance said her state is struggling and the current system isn't working.
People are having to make those decisions, whether to go to treatment or to continue to down spiral in substance use disorder. And not having paid leave and being forced to either quit your job or continue working, that is a barrier to treatment, and that is a direct barrier to recovery.
Now, Vance's husband has been sober now for about 4 years. They're doing fine as a couple and a family. And Shep, she said he wanted to come to Washington with her, but he couldn't get time off from his new job either.
So yeah, paid family and medical leave, a very popular thing with many advocacy groups, is been added back in by the Democrats and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. But remember, they're going to need every single vote, especially from the Senate. They can afford 3 votes from the House to be voted no, but every single senator needs to vote yes, including Senator Joe Manchin. So they're still going to need the votes. So do you think Joe Manchin's going to go along? Do you think Kirsten Sinema is going to go along? Remember, the House can pass the bill, but the Senate's going to have to pass the bill as well. And something that interesting that could happen here is the House could pass the stimulus package and then pass the physical infrastructure package. Then that physical infrastructure package is gone, done, and finished, because that bill's already passed the Senate. Okay, that bill will then go on to the president and be signed. Meanwhile, the stimulus package will then have to go to the Senate and still be in limbo, when the physical infrastructure package will then be finished. So it'll be a different ball game then, because the stimulus package will still be in limbo. Meanwhile, we still have not gotten any confirmation at all from Nancy Pelosi or Chuck Schumer on the debt limit. Is it going to be included in the stimulus package? Are they going to raise it? Are they going to tell us anything? Guess we're going to find out here shortly. Because remember, the Republicans said adamantly that they're not going to help raise it. So, and they're going to need to do that now in less than a month, because the estimated date that the debt limit will expire, that the Treasury will literally run out of money, is December 3rd. So they need to do that as well through this stimulus package, through the reconciliation process, because Republicans are refusing to raise it. Yeah. Now, also remember that things can still be added in after this process, including anything really. I mean, remember that stimulus checks from the second stimulus check package were added in after they wrote the bill. And for the second stimulus check package, they added in stimulus checks after they wrote the bill 6 days before they passed the bill. And we still have multiple different groups looking to push them to add in stimulus checks for adults, in addition to the stimulus checks that are in there for children, known as the child tax credits. So the child tax credits are in there, the monthly checks for $250 to $300 per month for 1 more year. Those are extended in there for 1 more year for the child tax credits. And there's honestly going to be so many different things in this bill. Once we pass this bill, I'm probably going to have to go through it, go through all different news articles. It's probably going to be over 1,000 pages, and I'm probably have to make a list of all the different things in the bills, the highlights, and we'll probably comb through it. There are probably going to be different stimulus things in here that you can apply for and probably get things like rent assistance, home energy credits, things like that. Um, Things like electric vehicles, not necessarily if you're buying an electric vehicle, but I know there's tax credits if you're buying an electric vehicle or if you're doing home improvements, things like that. In the past, we had from the last package, we had things where you could get a $50 off your home internet bill or your cell phone bill. From the third stimulus check package, we had rent assistance from the last one. That is in this one as well, $25 billion, where the government will literally pay your rent for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. That's still going on from the third stimulus check package and this package. So we've had literally thousands of people, our viewers here, our extended family, that have gotten rent assistance paid for anywhere from 3 months to 12 months of their rent. So that is going on right now. I have a link in the description of this video showing you how to apply for that. It's completely free to do so. If you're low income, if you're behind on rent, or if you've been on unemployment, or if you're just low income, you could get approved for that. And all 50 states have that right now, and there's going to be $25 billion more for that. There's probably going to be several other programs like that buried in this package that's going to be over 1,000 pages. Who knows what's going to be in there? Like I said, there's electric vehicle credits, there's home improvement credits. Who knows what's going to be in this package when all is said and done, like internet credits, or where they pay $50 off your internet bill. Who knows what else is going to be in there when all is said and done. If I recall correctly, that internet credit, $50 off your internet or cell phone bill, that you could get at getemergencybroadband.org. That's the website. It's still going on. We didn't even learn about that until a few weeks after the third stimulus check package passed. So some of these things literally get buried in there, or they don't even roll out the website until afterwards. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bunch of different things like that in this next package as well. We got paid family medical leave. They're doing over $100 billion in affordable housing that they're going to be doing in this package. $25 billion in rent assistance, paid family medical leave, the child care, where it's going to be lowering the cost for anybody that pays for child care. They mentioned the prescription drug pricing, that's going to lower the cost for that, as well as the insurance for if you pay for private medical insurance. They're going to try to expand Medicaid. I'm not sure if the Medicaid's in there or not. We'll have to see what the final bill for the states that don't offer Medicaid. There's a couple Republican states that just refuse to pay for it. They're trying to put that in the bill. And right now, the last I've seen for the Medicare is just hearing. Just hearing. Remember, they wanted to do hearing, dental, and vision. As of right now, we're looking like it's just hearing coverage and hearing aid coverage. And I haven't really seen a lot of details on if they're going to lower the Medicare eligibility age to age 60 either. They have not given us very many details about that either as well lately. But as you can see here, House Democrats aim for Thursday vote, so possibly tonight, on the social spending package, which is the stimulus package. So I will keep you up to date here. Don't miss any videos at this point. My next video will be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. So make sure to tune in. So I will see you then. And make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't yet. It's completely free to do so you don't miss out on new videos. New videos come on our channel every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can click here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video is how to apply for rent assistance. You can get 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months of your rent paid from the last stimulus package, and this next stimulus package is going to be even more money in there. So even if you've gotten denied in the past, or if you haven't applied yet, apply again, because they're lowering the restrictions and there's money available right now. So I definitely recommend, it's worth your time doing. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.